And here we are getting ready to start the action of the boys game. Not sure where Michael Odom, the Jackson Sun rider, wandered off to, but I'm sure he'll be back shortly. So we're getting ready for tip between the Lexington Tigers and the Southside Hawks, and tip goes to Lexington. So Lexington will start first with the ball. Here's Lexington bringing it down the court. A three-point shot right off the bat is no good. And D. Cruz comes down the rebound for Southside. Tedrick Hughes down the lane. 2 points right off the bat for Tedrick Hughes, the senior who's transferred over, that's had a very good season so far for Southside. Tylen Johnson over the top of the key. Back to Tylen Johnson. Now the quarterback also for Lexington. Over to Tylen Johnson. But we got a foul on the floor, so it'll be Southside ball. Marquand Cole inbounds to D. Cruz. D. Cruz bringing it down the court. Over to Marquand Cole. Marquand trying to set something up. He gets it up to Keon Jones. Over to D. Cruz. D setting up the offense now. Southside up 2-0 with a minute into this ball game. Over to Keon Jones. Keon down to Tedrick Hughes. Ted gets it and gets up and gets the layup. So 2 more points for Tedrick Hughes. Nice job of going up and getting that pass. Here's Lexington right back down the court. Lexington setting up an offense. And we got almost a steal there, and it's no steal, but it does get up to Jordan Reed, who gets it over to Keon Jones, who goes up. Marquand Cole saves it, but then Lexington kicks it out of bounds, so it'll stay right here with Southside. A lot of crazy things happening there. Southside will inbound here. Keon Jones over to Marquand Cole. D. Cruz at the top of the key now. D. Cruz throws it straight out of bounds, but it's hit by Lexington, so D will inbound. And another one knocked out of bounds by Lexington, so it'll stay right here with Southside. D. Cruz tries to inbound once again. Up to Marquand Cole, shutting up the offense. Cole over to Keon Jones, to Jordan Reed, to D. Cruz now. D. Cruz at the top of the key. Over to Keon Jones, over to Jordan Reed. Jordan dribbles up the middle and gets packed, but he does come down with the ball. And we got a jump ball that'll stay right here with Southside. D. Cruz looking to inbound the ball here once again. Cruz looking for the open man. He throws it out to Marquand Cole, over to Keon Jones. Keon to D. Cruz in the corner for three, and it's in and out. Tylen Johnson comes down with a rebound for Lexington. Tylen Johnson, with the rebound. Tedrick Hughes comes down with the rebound on the other end. Over to Keon Jones, to Jordan Reed, who drives and gets fouled going up. So we'll have 2 shots for Jordan Reed, the junior.
Tigers' first team foul.
Tedrick Hughes with all the points that are on the board right now, all 4 of them. And Jordan Reed misses the first free throw of 2. So Jordan Reed getting set to take his second free throw after being fouled. Second free throw up and good. So Jordan Reed with 1 point. And Lexington brings it back down the floor. Here's Lexington trying to set something up. Over in the corner and a spin, and it gets sent by Tedrick Hughes. And the crowd's reaction to that swat was pretty crazy there. But Lexington will inbound again. Lexington with the three-point shot up and no good. Tylen Johnson gets the rebound. At the top of the key, setting things up for Lexington. Hard defense being played by Southside. Drive goes out of bounds, so it'll be Southside ball. Again, what a defensive play by Tedrick Hughes. Ball inbounded now to D. Cruz. D. Cruz over to Marquand Cole to Tedrick Hughes. Back over to D. Cruz. D in the corner to Marquand Cole, and the three is up and good. Nice shot by Marquand Cole. Here come the Tigers down the floor. Southside up 8-0. Tylen Johnson over in the corner now. Lexington looking for the open man. The Southside defense is really playing well. A push off and a shot is up and no good. But Lexington throws it off Southside to keep possession. So Lexington will inbound. A pump fake in the corner over to the next man over, and he misses the three as well. So Jordan Reed will run the court for Southside. And Lexington back down the floor. Lexington still looking for their first points of this game. We got a three-point shot that's up and good. That's number 20, Jake Runyon, with the first 3 points of the game for the Tigers. Jordan Reed over to Marquand Cole, down to Tedrick Hughes. Tedrick up and good. Tedrick automatic down in the post. 2 more points for the senior Tedrick Hughes, who transferred over to Southside this year. Here's Tylen Johnson, top of the key, over to his teammate. And Keon Jones comes down the steal. He's running the court, gets it to D. Cruz. D dribbles, drives the middle lane, and gets his stolen as well. So here we go. So it's out of bounds and will be Lexington ball. But they changed it to Southside ball. So Southside will now get the ball. It's knocked out of bounds by Lexington up under the goal. 2:56 left in this first quarter, 10-3 ball game. Bryce McBride bringing it down the court for Southside. Bryce McBride over to Josh Greer, who just checked in. Also Cameron Rose, Tranda Smith, and Chris Macklin. Chris Macklin over to Bryce McBride. And the ball gets stolen, so Lexington will bring it back up the court. And we welcome back Michael Odom, who decided to take a vacation for the first half of this
I was
first
getting
quarter.
Informed of some interesting stuff by your principal, Anita Tucker.
So that's off the front of the rim for Lexington, and Southside to bring it back down the court. I've had pretty fun talking to myself here, Mike. Cameron Rose up with the shot, and it's good. Cameron Rose. And everybody gets excited when old Cameron scores. It kind of brings the excitement to this team. It's good to have you back. Again, thank you very much for helping me out. This is Jackson Sun Rider Michael Odom, the better of the three, I say.
I agree.
Brandon Shields is always late, from what I learned today. But Coach Hammond took his back in class today and said that he had a family, so I don't know.
You're in school, and the wife's at work. How's that going to make him late? Come on now.
We'll have to get on Coach Hammond. Well, on here I can say Greg. We have to get on Greg about that. We'll have a timeout with Southside leading 12-3. And Michael, I know you've been over there in your little cubby hole over there with Anita Tucker. What have you seen so far this game?
That Lexington is struggling to hold on to the ball. They're turning the ball over a lot, and not possessing the ball well. And this is a young team. They lose. None of the 5 starters from last year are back, so they've had to go through a little bit of a transition period this year, and I think that's hurt them early on in trying to create some consistency.
So here's Southside bringing it down the court. That's Bryce McBride. Tries to get it down low, but it gets stolen. Here's Tylen Johnson, one of the seniors on the team. Actually, he's a junior. Check that. So we got to travel, and it'll be Southside's ball. Michael, if I can just ask you, how big of a loss is it to lose Tisdale, being that he's going to play football?
I mean, it's loss of height inside, but I think this team is not really overall hurt by that.
Tranda Smith, the super senior, with his first 2 points of the game. Lexington passing around the key, looking for an open shot. Back over. And again, back in the corner on the far side. Back to the top. And we got a dribble, and we got a foul on Chris Macklin. That'd be Chris Macklin's first. Inbound here over in the corner. And Lexington's looking to start something up here. Only 3 points in this first quarter for Lexington, Markle.
Yeah, they're not much. They're doing worse than the girls. They're not shooting the ball well, and obviously they're not rebounding. They're turning it over more than they're shooting the ball.
It'll be Southside ball with 32 seconds left here in this first quarter. Southside leading 14-13. Yeah, Michael, I usually ask you a few questions at the beginning of the game, and I was having to ask myself and answer myself, so it's a little different.
I'm sure it's going to be interesting for all of our watchers. I'm sure they'll enjoy to watch that solo conversation.
I'm trying not to laugh, but here's Tylen Johnson at the top for Lexington. With 3 seconds left, I don't think he knows it. Quick shot's going to have to get up, and it's up and no good. So that'll be the end of the first quarter. Sloppy first quarter for the Lexington Tigers. Down 14-3 to Southside. Michael, you know, I've asked you the same questions. I had to ask you the same thing for the girls, but what's it going to take to turn this around, especially for the Lexington guys now down 14-3 early on?
Southside to go home? No. They're just going to have to do better holding ball handling. Their guards are going to have to do a better job of not turning the ball over and being able to create an offense, which they're obviously not doing right now. I mean, Lexington is already 0-1 in the district. You don't want to fall 0-2.
Yeah, they took a loss to Fayette Ware. Is that right?
They lost to Fayette Ware in the first game of the district schedule, and here they are playing Southside in the second. Probably not the way you want to open up your district schedule with a new team and young players on the court, but that's kind of what's happened so far.
So here's Lexington inbounding it over to Tylen Johnson. Tylen gets a double team. He gets it. Lexington gets it stolen by Keon Jones. So here's D. Cruz. Down the court over to Keon Jones, who dribbles. Looking for the open man, gives it to Jordan Reed, over to Marquand Cole, over to D. Cruz. D. Cruz looking for the open man. There's Keon Jones over to Marquand Cole for three. And it's good. Marquand Cole, back-to-back threes. A guy that just doesn't tend to have big games, but here and there he can. And there's a nice hustle play by Keon Jones. Marquand drives and misses the layup. And the rebound comes down to Jordan Reed over to Tedrick Hughes, who gets it to D. Cruz. So now we'll start something over. You can hear Coach DeMond Fuller over here saying, hold up, set something up. Wanting key, good possessions here. I'm not telling the Southside Hawks to overlook this Lexington team, but this Friday they got a key matchup coming up, Marco.
Yeah, after Bolivar beat McNary earlier tonight, the only two undefeated teams in 14 AA play right now are Southside and Fayette Ware. So if they both win tonight, that'll be an important game in the district standings.
So we got a charge call there that they're not very happy about over here on the south side sideline. So Lexington will get the ball down 17-3. Still, their only three was by the junior Jake Runyon. Tylen Johnson cross court and it's out of bounds. He's telling him to go up and get the ball. That's Trevin Bryan. He was trying to get the ball too. Here's Marquand Cole. Marquand Cole again with a three up and off the back of the rim. Lexington back down the floor. D. Cruz playing defense. Now Jordan Reed on the ball. Over in the corner. He drives up and the ball set out of bounds. So it'll be Lexington ball to stay here with Lexington. Southside again leading this one 17-3. Lexington inbounds. Over in the corner, a three-point shot is up and no good. It's knocked out of bounds by Lexington. So it'll be Southside's ball.
I don't really think that Coach is really happy with that shot right there. Coach Hicks was not real happy.
So D. Cruz will bring it back down the floor. I mean, we all aren't happy about things. I wasn't very happy that you didn't come back.
I was stuck over there in the corner.
What was so important for Principal Anita Tucker
I blame
talk
Coach
about?
Brent McNeil for taking a little longer in the locker room. And by the time I got out of there, the game had started. I can't walk across the court, so I got stuck next to Anita Tucker. And she was giving me a biography of this guy, and it just got out of hand from there.
So a turnover by Southside.
Let me ask you this question. If you racked up $7,000 in in-game purchases on a video game, what would your parents do?
On a video game?
Yeah, $7,000. This story on Twitter. On Fox, talking about a teenager racking up $7,000 in in-game purchases.
I probably wouldn't be living with them anymore, because they can pretty much kick me out now if they wanted to. D. Cruz over to Bryce McBride to Jordan Reed. I'm not a big video gamer, but $7,000 on in-game purchases—that's crazy.
You could have bought a car. Not a great car, but you could have bought a car.
Better than mine. Mine's only worth about $3. My Explorer's sitting out there. We don't need to get off topic here. We're talking about video games.
It is 17-3.
I mean, yeah, but Southside inbounds to Bryce McBride to
Jordan Reed.
Jordan Reed with the two-point basket.
Easy as pie.
That makes 3 points for Jordan Reed. Lexington with the two-point basket. That is number 12, Brian Logan. Here's a ball that comes off the rim down the south side. Strandon Smith up top to D. Cruz. D. Cruz over to Bryson McBride for three. It's up and in and out. Ted Cruz. Tedrick Hughes, man. Ted Cruz. He's running for president.
We don't have a president here at Southside. Everybody settle down. We don't need the Secret Service coming out. Ball thrown away there by Lexington.
That's another turnover for Lexington, and Josh Greer and Chris Macklin will check in. I think what makes this Southside team so special, Michael, is they don't have a single guy that's just they don't have a single guy that they have to count on every night. You know, they got a different person every night showing out for them.
I think right now it's been Tedrick Hughes, not the president, Ted Cruz, that's been kind of the leader right now. But you're right, they have different players. Turanda Smith, Cameron Rose, Josh Greer. You've got different players that can step up and be that leader at any night. But the key's going to be come Friday when you play Fayette Ware. I think it's going to have to be a complete team effort.
Missed three by Josh Greer, so now it'll be Southside on defense, down up 21-5.
That's an offensive foul.
Offensive
right there.
foul.
Isaiah Pearson used his elbow and created some space.
The senior.
Lexington on one, Isaiah Pearson. His first.
Inbound to Bryce McBride, who will bring it down the court. Down to Cameron Rose. Cameron up and gets his stuff sent out of bounds.
Nice block there by Pearson.
That's where the up fake needs to come into play for Cameron Rose. Trandon Smith down low, and its 2 points are good. So that's 4 for Trandon Smith. Tyler Johnson down the court for Lexington. Johnson tries to get open man, and he does, and now the ball's in the corner. Got a dribble and an up fake and up, and no good. And now Bryce McBride down the court to Trandon Smith. Trandon Smith to Bryce McBride for three, and it's good. 3-point shot for Bryce McBride. 26-5 ball game. Tylen Johnson over to Trandon Smith, who goes up and tries to dunk on him. But we got a 2 free throws coming after he's fouled. I'm not going to quote Jacob Perkins' tweet. I guess I could. I mean, we have 2 shots coming for Trandon Smith. I'm trying to get his attention. Tyrannus' first free throw is in and out. He's paying attention to all his baseball buddies over there. I don't fit in that crew. My days were over after the first 2 years. Jeff White told me I had a better chance of playing basketball than I did baseball, so that's when I gave him my jerseys. And Trandon Smith knocks down the second free throw.
22-point game here with 2:30 left to go till halftime. I'm going to go ahead and wager to say that Southside is going to go 2-0 in district play.
It's just the second quarter, Michael. You need to calm down. Calm down.
22 points.
It's decent math.
I'd have to say that the referees would have to eject the entire Southside starting lineup for Lexington to have a shot.
Tylen Johnson looking to inbound. Nobody's open.
And I don't think that's not dissing Lexington. I think that Southside playing that well right now.
Lexington looking for the open shot. Almost stolen.
They're doing a good job getting those hands in those passing lanes.
And we got to travel.
Turnover.
So it'll be Southside ball with 2 minutes left in this second quarter, up 27-5. Here's Bryce McBride bringing it down the court. Over to Chris Macklin, who just about gets it stolen. Looking for the open man. He gets it to Bryce McBride. Over to Trandon Smith. Nearly backcourt, but Chris Macklin saves it. Gets it to Trandon Smith, who shoots the three. It's up and good. Trandon Smith. And Michael, that's what makes him so dangerous. He can shoot the three or play inside.
He is. He's a very good player, and I think that's why he's so dangerous.
Inside and a layup up and good. Brian Logan, who has the most points for Lexington now. Bryce McBride with the three. It's in and out. So they'll stay here at Southside. That was pretty much halfway down there.
Yeah, that one rattled out.
So checking in for Southside. I guess he's wearing a different number because I don't have him on the roster.
Well, that's an interesting.
Here's Bryce McBride into Trandon Smith, over to Bryce McBride. Bryce McBride gets it over to Trandon Smith again in the corner. Bryce McBride, now the three-point shot up and no good. So now Tylen Johnson for Lexington, looking for the open man, dribbling the top of the key, up, and the shot is good. That is Trayvon Bryant, 2 points. Now Tylen gets the steal, and the steal is out of bounds, or the ball is batted out of bounds by Chris Macklin.
They call a foul on Chris Macklin.
Chris Macklin is second.
Macklin didn't like that call. D. Cruz back in the game now.
No, because he didn't want his second foul and have to leave the game.
Second quarter, 39 ball game.
Can you say turnover, Lexington?
Once again, Tylen Johnson, of course, the talented quarterback for the football team.
Led them to the quarterfinals of the 4A state playoffs.
Here's Trana Smith, another three up, and air ball. Up court, and just a little too hard. So we'll go to the half with Southside leading 30-9 over Lexington.
So what are you saying there at halftime if you're Lexington? 9 points in the first half. 9.
I'd say let's try to score 10 in the second half. Double digits at least.
Maybe play a little defense.
Yeah. Not turn over as much, you know, things like that.
I mean, if you're Coach Hicks, you've got to be thinking, why did we schedule Fayette Ware and Southside to start the schedule?
Well, we're going to take a break and get back to second half action. Again, Southside up 30-9 on Lexington.